Hey there, guys. So I got a question this week. It was from, a guy, another time poor dad. He works 12-hour shifts and his work is really, quite labor intensive. And he said he really struggles with the recovery aspect of training. Obviously, the training sessions can't drag on either, but how do you structure it and how would you, deal with this situation? I have been there before, doing work that's ridiculously, heavy labor based. Especially, during lockdowns. I was working for one of my mates that runs, a bricklaying company, and I was, one of the labourers. So I was mixing mud, using the barrow, carrying it everywhere, and, moving, I don't know how many bricks each day, but a lot. So when it comes to, that style of heavy labour and, your training, you want to reduce, the total amount of volume that you're doing each session for each movement. So we'll use, squats for example. You do a really heavy leg day, you need to be able to work the next day. If you're doing a heavy labor job, you don't want your legs to be packing up on you, the day after, or same with your lower back. So what I've found works really well is just, take your time on your warm-ups, warm up to, your top heavy set. Do one, really good quality set, and then do, a back off set for technique work. Move on to the next exercise. You might then do, pull-ups, warm up, do a set or two. Then, overhead press, warm up, do a set or two. When it comes to, exercise selection, your squats and your deadlifts will take the most amount of time to recover, and that's simply because you shift the most amount of weight. If you can hit a top set and make it quality, and then do some good technique work afterwards, you're still going to be working your legs thoroughly enough that you're still going to progress, providing, and this is the big one, providing you do something else during the week that is either light to moderate with a little bit of extra volume. So you might do your heavy traditional squats, say on the Monday, and then when Wednesday rocks up, you might just do some moderate front squats for 2 to 3 sets and then move on. It's about looking at your total volume over the week, but also looking at the recovery on a day-to-day basis. Going hard on bicep curls or front raises or things like that isn't going to make a massive inroads into your recovery, just because you're not stimulating the sheer amount of muscle fibers like when you do heavy squats or deadlifts. And then you also need to look at your general health as well. If you've got poor health and you're drinking and smoking heavily, obviously your recovery isn't going to be very, very good. It's going to be quite poor. So if you're a healthy individual, you're going to recover a lot quicker. So that's another thing you want to factor in. If you're training in a way that's going to be conducive to health, your total recovery over time is going to improve. And that might be as simple as adding, a 10-minute run in each day. You might do that in the morning, and that's just to bring your ability to hold oxygen in the blood, your red blood cell count, to bring that up. If you're recovering better and you've got more energy, obviously you're going to work better, you can train better and train harder, but your recovery is also going to be more efficient. So, look, I hope that answers, the question. If you guys have any others, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, have a great day.